All right, guys, welcome back. So, just doing a continuation of the 7-star Magneto series. This one's going to be centered around synergies, and I'm going to show you guys some ways that you can get around the awakened ability. So, in case you do pull him and then you're not going for him in the selector, or you didn't pull him and you are going for him in the selector, so he's going to be unawakened. I still feel that he needs to be awakened to get the most out of his damage output, but I wanted to showcase some synergies and ways that you guys can get around not having the awakened ability in regards to his pre-fight. So, uh, he needs to have he needs to gain two charges in order to apply a pre-fight. So the synergy that I wanted you guys to look at is this one right here with Omega Sentinel. So this one's very, very powerful. And what it does is it gives Magneto an extra charge. But that's exactly what the Awakened ability does. So if you're using Magneto and you want to fight with him, you're going to gain a charge. Now with this synergy, it's going to give you another one. So you'll gain the extra pre-fight just off this synergy. And this is just a way around the Awaken ability in regards to the pre-fight. It's also really solid for Mega Sentinel. It gives her self-repair potency increase, which is very solid. So very good synergy for both of them. I'm hoping to run her a lot more or a lot this season in War, since I do have the rank 3 Magneto, and I want to hopefully run them together. So hopefully I can get videos for you guys on those two. Another synergy I wanted to show you guys is, everybody is aware that Professor X has a lot of synergies for mutants. This one's very strong though. It's going to give you a barrier. So basically, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to heal from recoil. So that's the part I really wanted to focus on with this synergy. It's going to allow for you to essentially heal from the poison. So Magneto's bleed immune. He has no resistance, no immunity to poison at all. If you're in a quest or if you happen to have an extra slot in your attack team in war, uh, and you want to bring Professor X as like a synergy, this could be really solid if you're running recoil with Magneto. So that's kind of cool. So I want to showcase how these kind of work and what they look like in quests. So we're gonna go. Let's go ahead and start with the Omega Sentinel synergy. So we're just going to jump in here just to showcase. So this is more for if you guys are not aware of how Magneto or his pre-fights work. If you're well aware, and he's not a new champ, so I mean I think most people know by now his how his charges and his pre-fights work, because that's what a lot of people use him for. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly showcase this anyway. So if I go in here and I defeat her, uh, with the 6-star here, I'm gonna have 8 charges. If I go in with the 7-star, I'm gonna end up with 7, which is not enough for a pre-fight. I'm actually not gonna do the fight. That's just gonna take up too much time. So, however, we'll go ahead and jump in here with Omega Sentinel, and I do want to show you guys a couple of different scenarios where this can just be really cool. So. I'm going to go in against Storm with the Unawakened. So again, if I went in here with my Awakened 6-star, I would end up with 8 charges. So if I go in here with Unduped, where he's not getting the extra pre-fight charge off of the Awakened ability, and I have Omega Sentinel on the team. So you start off with 6, you want to fight with Magneto, that's 7. With the Synergy, that's 8. So you can get around the Awakened ability in regards to the pre-fight charges with this Synergy. Another thing you can do, and I just want to note this, it's not going to always line up this way for you, but if it does, with this synergy and the awakened ability, so you do need to have him awakened for this to work off of one fight. So Old Man Logan's metal. So off of one fight with the awakened ability, winning the fight with Magneto, and then with the Omega Sentinel synergy and the fact that he's metal, when I go in here and I win this fight, I'm gonna end up with max charges off of just one fight. So if you're able to bring the synergy, let's just say to war, and then you win a fight with Magneto like in the first section, you're pretty much set for the entire war, and you have extra pre-fights for your allies. So that's really, really cool. I love this synergy. I'm hoping to run it in war this season. This is not for battlegrounds. This won't work in battlegrounds. So, this is really for questing. It's you can't bring synergies in battlegrounds, of course. So it won't work there, but still nice to know and to have there. So That's a nice synergy for the pre-fights. Now I wanted to show you guys just how this Professor X synergy looks with recoil active, and just so you can see like how he can heal from it. So also, Professor X also has a synergy where, and I talked about this in my last video with, when I was comparing the 6 and 7 star Magneto, but you can apply the pre-fight and it'll give you, like let's say you are in war and you're using the pre-fight on the boss, it'll give you like extra damage up to 30% on the boss node. So, and that works in Quest too. So, anyways, I have recoil active, and you're gonna see right here. So 228 and then 242. It was 61 when the barrier was up. So it's just I'm not really losing any health from the poison. So he's bleed immune. He has no way to deal with the poison, but yeah, that's a nice synergy to get around the recoil there. So I just got finessed on the corner by Winter Soldier. So anyway, that's a nice synergy for recoil. Now I want to go over these relics with you guys real quick. Show you guys kind of what I'm using. So I was able to play around a little bit yesterday with some of these relics. I do have a 6 star Storm relic and a 6 star Gambit relic. I only have a 5 star Mr. Sinister relic, and then there is Wolverine. So those are the ones that I have. In my experience, so I've been messing around with the stat focuses and then the relics, and I think I really like the Sinister relic on him the best. So he is bleed immune. Mine's unawakened. I really want to get him awakened, but this is nice. So this will give him prowess potency, but right here, this is when a bleed or when he's bleed immune, he's gonna gain a cruelty. So that's gonna be really nice, especially with recoil with Magneto. And then when you pair that with the crit stat focus to increase the chance of crit, the damage output just goes insane. It's very high once he gets that going. So let's see, let's go in here. I'm gonna actually adjust this team a little bit. So I mean, I already beat up on Winter Soldier in the last video I did with this, but let's go ahead and build like a little team here. We're not gonna make him a horseman, but we're gonna go ahead and bring all this in anyways. So we'll bring, let's see, we need to bring Professor X. So I had the video up showcasing the damage with Magneto. Now I'm just going to go back in here. We're not going to make him a horseman here. I'm not going to take the time doing that. That'll even help even more though. So some of these quests that I've done and that I've posted, I have made him a horseman, so you'll be able to see that. So let's just go in here. So we have the Sinister Relic. That's what I want you guys to kind of pay attention to. So we'll gain the cruelty, and then I'll just let this play out. It's with synergies, it's insane. I mean, these were hitting for like 25K when I did my last showcase, and now we're hitting for 39K. So in like Quest, this is just insane. So 177. I don't even like I kind of wonder if I'm even gonna, yeah, I should get to a special too. All right, so we use the relic. Now we're getting the cruelty. So you see the immunity. I mean, that special 2 was such overkill. So once you activate the relic, he's bleed immune. You're going to gain a cruelty buff, and that's going to increase the damage output on him. So anyways, that's the relic that I'm running on him. That's the stat focus that I'm running on him now. I believe that is probably the best for him. And then those are just some synergies that you guys can use to get around the awakened ability. Or if you do have it, you can just make it even stronger. But yeah, hopefully you guys did find this video to be useful. If you did, do me a favor, drop a like, share it with your alliance, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.